Good morning children, hope all are doing good. Hope you understood the half chapter of the measurement, like how we have learned or in what way can we convert the different units from one unit to other unit. Already we have learned, like if we have to convert a bigger unit to smaller unit, what are we going to do? We are going to multiply. And if we have to convert a smaller unit to bigger unit, what are we going to do? Divide. So in the previous class, we have learned how to convert a bigger unit to smaller unit. And also we learned some part of conversion of smaller unit to the bigger unit. And we'll continue this conversion. Now if you see your exercise 4.2, you have convert into kilograms and grams. Now the problem is being given in terms of grams. Now we have to convert this grams into kilograms. So in order to convert grams into kilograms or any unit children, is it meters to kilometers or milliliters to liters, centimeters to meters, whatever is it, we have two methods. We will discuss those two methods today. Already I have discussed it in the previous class, but still let us have a recap of that, and I will be explaining you two methods, both the methods. Whichever method you are comfortable, you can go ahead. Okay. Now let us see. We have converting 1298 grams to kilograms and grams. Now we have to convert 1298 grams into kilograms and grams. Now let us see first method. What is the first method? Before that, before entering into the process, let us see 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? 1000 grams. So 1 kilogram is 1000 grams. Now from smaller to bigger unit we are converting. From smaller to bigger unit we are converting. Therefore what are we going to do? We are going to divide 1298 with 1000. There are two different methods children. Hope you remember the decimals, the concept of decimals, like dividing a number with 10, hundreds and thousands. Okay, let us see first that we will apply the decimal concept over here. Now 1298 grams is equal to 1298 divided with 1000. Okay, now how many zeros do we have in the denominator? 3 zeros, right? Depending on the number of zeros, we will be placing a decimal. So since here we have 3 zeros, we will place the decimal before 3 digits, like counting from the back. Let us write the numerator as it is. Since we have 3 zeros, so we will count 3 digits from the right. 1, 2, 3 point. Okay, now we have 1.298. Now this decimal is separating kilograms and grams. This decimal is separating kilograms and grams. It means before decimal it is kilograms and after decimal it is grams. So how do we write this as 1 kilogram and 298 grams? Okay, so this is, we are using the concept of decimal. Now let us see the other methodology. Like simply we are dividing 1298 with 1000. Now we are dividing here, right? So 1000 ones are 1000. So what is the remainder we have? 298. So when we are following the actual division, when we are doing the actual division method, then the quotient refers to kilograms. Okay, the quotient refers to kilograms and the remainder will be the grams. The quotient will be expressed in terms of kilograms and the remainder is expressed as grams. So this is by actual division method and this is usage of concept of decimal. So in both we are getting the same answer. Whichever method you are comfortable, you can opt for that. Any of this method. But I advise you personally to go with this decimal, because using or usage of one concept in the other concept makes your brain sharper. Like you will be able to understand which concept can be used where and how. But whichever method you can do it. Alright. Now similarly we have convert into kiloliters and liters. Let us see that also. The same procedure. We have to convert into kiloliters or liters. Now what is the first one? Let us take 5670 liters. Now we have to convert 5670 liters to kiloliters and liters. Simply before that, first write down the relation between kiloliters and liters. So 1 kiloliter is equal to 1000 liters. So if you have to write the relation, children, you need to be very perfect with the relations between different units. As it mentioned in the in separate page in your textbook, you need to be very thorough enough with those different units and their relation. Then only you can solve the problems very easily. Okay. Now 1 kiloliter is 1000 liters. Now let us take 5670 liters is equal to 5670 by 1000. Since we are converting smaller to bigger, what are we going to do? We are going to divide. So any of the method, either by actual division method or usage of decimals, any of that you can do it. Now since we have 3 zeros, so we will be placing the decimal before 3 digits, counting from the right. 1, 2, 3 point. So 5 kiloliters and 670 liters. So this decimal point is separating kiloliters and liters. Isn't it very simple, children? Yes. Next, convert into grams and milligrams you have. Convert into grams and milligrams. I am just explaining you one problem, children, because other 3 problems are of the same procedure. Okay. Next, convert 3292 milligrams to grams and milligrams. To grams and milligrams. Mg in the sense milligrams. Now, first, what is the relation between milligrams and grams? 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. Is it 1000 milligrams or 100 milligrams? 1000 milligrams. 1 gram is 1000 milligrams. So now 3292 milligrams is equal to, so we are converting smaller to bigger. Therefore, what are we going to do? We are going to divide 3292 by 1000. 3 zeros, counting from the last. Before how many digits we are going to place the decimal? 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. Point. So this can be written as 3 grams 292 milligrams. Very simple. Got it, children? That's it. Next you have converting into liters and milliliters. So what is the relation between milliliters and liters? Simple. 1 liter makes 1000 milliliters. So 1 liter is 1000 milliliters. Let us see that problem also. Now we are going to convert 1890 milliliters to liters and milliliters. Now 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. It is must you have to write this relation, children. Without writing the relation, if you do, the problem is incomplete. Okay. Now 1890 milliliters. So we have to convert from smaller unit to bigger unit. Now what are we going to do? We are going to divide 1890 by 1000. Now where are we going to place the decimal? Before 3 digits, because in the denominator we have 3 zeros. Now 1, 2, 3 point. So this can be written as 1 liter and 890 milliliters. That's it. What did you learn? So this is how conversion of smaller unit to bigger unit. Always remember children, whenever we are doing with the conversions, we have to put in mind 2 rules. Before converting, we need to check, are we converting smaller to bigger or bigger to smaller? Then to which unit we have to convert? The relation has to be remembered, that has to be recollected, and if we have to convert a bigger unit to smaller unit, what are we going to do? We are going to multiply. If we have to convert a smaller unit to bigger unit, what are we going to do? We are going to divide. That's it. These are the 2 rules and the relation between different units. If you can remember it, the conversions are very easy to do. Alright. Now, let us move on to the addition and subtraction of measurement. Its capacities, or it's related to the length, or it's related to the mass. Already few problems have been arranged that you can add it very easily. Now, let me take one problem. Addition of measurement with different units. Now I have 182 kilograms and 250 grams plus 322 kilograms and 450 grams plus 98 kilograms and 915 grams. Now we are adding 3 units. I mean to say, here we are doing the addition of 3 weights. Addition of 3 different weights. Because it is expressed in kilograms and grams, it means it is related to weight. Now we are going to add 3 different weights. So before adding, we know how to arrange the numbers, right? So here also first we have to arrange the numbers. Arrangement is very important. If you are able to arrange it properly, addition or subtraction is very easy. Now what are the units we have? Kilograms and grams. So let us write first kilograms and grams. Side to side, each other. Alright. Kilograms and grams. Now 182 kilograms. It means under kilograms we have to write 180. And 250 grams. So under grams we are writing 250 grams. No need to write here kilograms and grams because already we have written above kilograms and grams. Next we have 322 kilograms. It means under kilograms we are going to arrange 320. And under the grams what do we have? 450. And the last one 98 kilograms. Should I write 98 here? No. 98 it means tens and 1 place we have. So the last 2 places. 92 kilograms, 950 grams. Now let us add. 0 plus 0, 0 plus 5, 5. 5 plus 5, 10 plus 1, 11. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. Should I write 16 here? No. So in the 16, 6 remains over here and this one gets carried over to the kilograms. Got it children? Don't write 16 over here. 6 as it is will be written here and the 1 will be carried over to the 2. Now 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 8, 13, carry over 1, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 9, 20, 0 and carry over 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6. So what do we got? 603 kilograms and 650 grams. That's it. If you have milliliters or liters, we will write here milliliters and liters. If we have kilometers and meters, we write kilometers and meters. Got it, children? So first we have to arrange or organize the numbers, then we are going to do the additions. Isn't it, children? Okay, now let us take another problem. Let us do the addition of capacity. Okay, let us deal with the other problem. We have 50 kiloliters and 15 liters plus 250 kiloliters and 45 liters. Next we have plus 900 kiloliters and 10 liters. Now here we are adding three different capacities. What are we doing? Now we are adding three different capacities. So what are the two different units we have here? Kiloliters and liters. So first let us write kiloliters and then liters. Since we have two units, two different units, first we are writing kiloliters and liters. Now what we have here? 50 kiloliters. It means 50 we are arranging under kiloliters and 15 under liters. Next 250 kiloliters and 45 liters. Then 900 kiloliters and 10 liters. So we are going to add these three. So given two different units, first we are writing those two different units and we are arranging under the respective units. Okay, and then the normal addition we are doing. 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 0, 10. 0 over here, carry over 1. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. Next, 0, 5 plus 5, 10, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 9, 12. Got it? So how much we got? 1200 kiloliters and 70 liters. That's it. So what are the two different units we have? That we are going to write it separately and these have been organized under that. Got it, children? That's it. Similarly, subtraction also. Subtraction also we are going to arrange it in this way and we are going to do the subtraction. Now let us do one problem about it. Subtraction. Let us solve one problem related to subtraction. Now we have 1000 kilometers, 218 meters and we are going to subtract these two. 139 kilometers and 72 meters. Now we are going to find out the difference between this. So what is that? We are subtracting two different lengths, distances. Got it? So what are the two different units we have? Kilometers and meters. Now let us list it out that. Kilometers and meters. Alright. Now under kilometers, 100. Under meters, 280. And next, am I doing it correct, children? 139 kilometers, 72 meters. Did I done the correct way? No. So before finding out the difference when you have such things, first you have to check which length is greater. Because subtraction can be done between greater length to lesser length. but not from smaller length to the bigger length. Got it, children? So the first we have to write, which one we are going to write? So among these two, which is a greater distance, children? Kilometers and meters. Which is a greater distance? Is it 100 kilometers or 139? Yes, 139 kilometers and 72 meters. Then 100 kilometers, then 280 meters. So what are we going to do? We are going to subtract. So when you find the difference, you have to first check which is the greater number, and that first greater number you have to write. Then comes the next one. Got it, children? Done. Now here do we have any digit? No. So when we do not have any digit, what are we going to write? We are going to place 0. Now from 0 can we take 8? No. What are we going to do? We are going to take the bottom. 2 changes to 1 and 0 changes to 10. 10 minus 8, 2. 1 minus 1, 0. 7 minus 2, 5. Next, 9 minus 0, 9. 3 minus 0, 3. And 1 minus 1, 0. So what is the difference we got? 39 kilometers and 502 meters. Simply. So here the only thing you need to remember, what are the different units? First, you have to list out those two different units. Check out which is the bigger one, that has to be written first, and the smaller one. And the normal difference, the normal subtraction you are going to calculate. That's it. This is how addition and subtraction of different weights or different capacities or different lengths we can do it. And later you have the word problem. So in the word problems, the same procedure you are going to do it. How to identify a word problem? So in word problem, children, if you have the terms, find the total weight. If you have the word total, then you are going to do the addition. Like you have few terminologies, like say total, in all together. So if you have such terms in the verbal problems or in the word problems, then it shows or it implies that you have to add the units. Is it related to length or capacity or weight? So if you find any of these three words in your word problem, then it means you're going to add. Then when we can subtract it? Suppose if you have the terms related, leftover or remaining. If you find such words, leftover or remaining, then it means we have to subtract. This is how you can identify the word problem is related to addition or subtraction. Got it, children? So depending on that, try to do that exercise 4.5 on your own. If you have any further doubts, please do message me so that I can make a video on it and I can explain it to you. Okay. So with this, we have completed your measurement chapter and also term 2. And we'll be continuing with the term 3. Term 3 concepts are very easy, not like term 1 and term 2. Okay, children. Hope you understood the concept of measurement, conversion into different units, and addition and subtraction of different units. Okay, children. Bye for today. Take care and stay safe. Okay. Bye-bye.